Hello and welcome to another episode of Shootin with the Scotts. I am one of your co-hosts, Mrs. Sharon Scott, and I'm here with my wonderful husband and co-host and his nice shiny clean glasses.
It's not clean.
They look clean from here.
It's always like a smudge somewhere. It's weird. What's going on, y'all? I'm your co-host, Peter Scott, also known as Gamer for Hire. What's going on, folks? Thanks for joining. Go ahead, drop in the comments, say what's up, all that good stuff.
Let us know you here. Let us know what you're getting into this week. Let us know how your week was and what you've done so far.
How was your... This definitely comes out after Christmas, so... How was your Christmas? This might come after New Year's. How was your New Year's if it did? Well, how was your Christmas? What you get?
Yes. So, of course.
I like said X gift that I got from X person, so... Yeah, that was great.
Are you just gonna fill in the blank?
Yeah.
Hilarious. As always, we are also gonna go over our week with our roses and thorns. I don't have a question, but it's kind of a question. Something I kind of want to talk about.
Okay.
That I saw on the internet. Ooh. And then we are going to go into our topic for the week. And our topic this week is just going to be some New Year's resolutions that we hope to accomplish in the year of 2022. So, start off, Mr. Scott.
Okay, I'll start off by asking you what your roses and thorns are.
No. What were your roses and thorns for this week? Oh, gosh.
I don't really got a thorn. I mean, it's going to be weird. Stay with me. My thorn is that now that I finally have people to play these raids with, you can only play the raid once per character, so I'm just like waiting for this shit to reset. So I can play these raids again with my main characters because everybody else, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to get gear for Thor, Black Panther, and Spider-Man.
And you've already played the raid with all those characters. So does it reset like every week?
Every Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I haven't played one of the raids. Well, yeah, I haven't played one. Yeah, I haven't played one of the raids with Thor and Black Panther, but that's the long raid. That's like an hour and 30 minutes, and if you don't got solid people, you can get to the last level, and they just leave. That's my fucking thorn. These motherfuckers who wait until the last freaking floor, fighting the last villain, Claw, and y'all decide to quit.
I was gonna say it's like 5 floors, right?
Yeah. Y'all stuck with us for a solid hour and 30, and you get to the last, and you just...
It's aggravating.
I digress. That's my thorn. My rose for the week. Some maternity photos came in.
Oh, right?
Yeah, those were great.
Those were really nice. That's my thorn. That's not my thorn. That's my rose. They came out really good. Like, go check out our Facebook page. I posted some on there. I should post some on Twitter too. I
mean, you should also find I was just thinking about it because I'm not thinking, I did it. I'm getting the camera for the PlayStation 5 again, just to see if now that I'm set up over there,
it'll work a little bit better.
If it'll actually work with my green screen. Where was I going with that?
Automatically posting.
Yes. You should find an app that'll allow us to post on all the socials.
Yeah. So there was
one. There used to be apps like that out the wazoo.
Out the wazoo, but then people got hip, and now you got to start paying for them.
What?
So there's one, and I got to figure out how to do it. So there's one called Hootsuite that I used to use at a previous job, and they have a free version where you can post on like Facebook. You can post on Facebook and Twitter.
That's really all I care about.
But I don't know if you can post to I don't think you can post to Instagram from there.
Nah, I don't care about it.
But if we post to Facebook, doesn't Facebook have a thing where the posts automatically go from Facebook to Instagram?
I think it's the other way from Instagram to Facebook.
See, I need Instagram too. I want them to go all three at the same time.
Man, that's whack. I don't want another bill.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, the free version, you can, like, and then some of them will have one. So, like, later.com is what I used to use for Instagram posts. But with later, you can only do up to, like, 30 posts a month. Exactly. With the free version, you can only do 30 posts
a day?
One post a day.
On all platforms?
It's only 30 days. No, only on Instagram.
The fuck?
Exactly. So, I'm going to look into it.
That's annoying.
Right?
That's
very much so. Annoying. Very much so. But I'm going to look into it and do that. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions is to specifically make at least 3 posts a week to start out. Consistently 3 posts a week for the year.
Okay. Well, yeah, so that's my Rose, the maternity photos. We got off topic.
We did, real quick.
So, yeah, those came out great. I liked them. I told Ron that she had 2 days to post what she wanted first before I take them. And I post mine, and we can't post the same pictures. You don't do that.
Why can't we?
A bunch of pictures. You got a W amount.
We do have a lot of pictures.
But she ain't posted none of the ones I wanted to post, so.
Gosh, see, man. You should have just went ahead and posted what you wanted to post.
Oh, man, I'll let you get first dibs. You wanted to do this.
Oh, my God. And I feel like I have to get used to it or just, like, turn off notifications. But, yo, my Instagram was going off all day yesterday.
I was like, yeah, she ain't tagging me in it. God, thank God.
I have never, and this is the first time I've ever had people that I've ever had, like, over 100 likes on a photo.
Hilarious.
Like, and then, like, everybody was commenting. I was like, oh, congratulations. I need to go back and, like, say thank you. But everybody was like, congratulations, yada, yada, yada. Like I say, I posted something to the Scott Enterprises Facebook page, and it was just like notifications from both sides, just constant. I was like, it was like, it's nice, and I was like really thinking about it. I was like, I understand why people like, you get a dopamine rush from posting stuff and then getting all those likes and notifications and all this stuff and the attention.
Social media is a drug.
But also, I was just like, okay, I'm tired of looking at all of these. Like, please stop. It was very overwhelming. It was very overwhelming.
You think that's bad? Wait till we start monopolizing Harleen.
Hilarious. I'm gonna post my.
I'm definitely making bread off of Harleen. Stop.
I was going to say, I do want to slide more into my mom influencer side.
And it's going to strictly be in our Scott Enterprises page.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're getting all the likes on those.
Definitely. So, yeah, if you want to go see some of our maternity photos, go check out the Scott Enterprises Facebook page. They really were nice. Like them. They were really nice. They came out really good. It's giving very much Christmassy. Winter vibes. Some of those I want to print out
and hang up somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. So, we're going to get on that.
She sent some to, have him paint them.
Oh, yeah, that was
send
nice.
Them back.
What else? My thorn. I don't know, man. I guess it's pregnancy. Like, not the overall thing, but more so just because, like,
symptoms and the
discomfortability. Like, and it's really just the
uncomfortable. I don't want to say that's why uncomfortable is right.
It's really just the pressure on my pelvis, and it's literally only like I feel like only like one of my hip joint, like if my overall pelvis, I feel like only one side is shifting because I only feel pain in like one side, but it's really like split down the middle on that side. I'm just like,
I mean, you do have a crooked vagina, don't you?
It's called a tilted cervix. Crooked vagina. Shut up. That actually probably makes sense.
It's leaning on the other side.
Leaning on too much on one side. Yeah. But that's it. Like, I don't know. I feel oftentimes very validated in the fact that I decided to stick with my OB. Like, listening to a lot of, like, being on the, like, mom forums and reading a whole bunch of information and TikTok and all that other shit. People be like, I hated my OBGYN. They were the worst. Like just all these red flags, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like,
Dr. T is awesome.
That's nice. Like,
He's hilarious.
Right?
Like, no, I really realized I liked him today when he made that joke about the girl dying and me and him were the only one that laughed. Everybody was like,
y'all,
this ain't funny. I was like, oh shit, that is funny.
Yeah.
He's dope.
He is. I was gonna say, I had like literally a list of like 10 different questions. Like, first of all, he told me at the last appointment, he was like, all right, any questions you have, write them down and like bring them, we'll talk about it. I was like, all right, cool. I guess he was like surprised I actually wrote them down.
Actually, okay.
Like,
he was like, all right, give me the phone, let me run these off.
Literally.
Yes. No. Yes.
Gosh.
We're done here? Okay, get out.
But he answered like all the questions thoroughly, explained why things were that they were the way that they were.
Yeah.
And I just like really appreciate that he takes time to be like, all right, cool. This is what you need. All right, cool. Like, and he's very simple and very matter of fact, but not in like a rude way about it.
Asshole-ish way. It's just the facts.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I'm good. But yeah. I'm just like, all right, cool. I still like
5 weeks.
This baby gonna be here
Less than a month.
in less than a month. Like that's so weird to me. Just like me and Peter was talking about it at the doctor's today. He was like, you asked me if I feel like an adult. And I was just like, I don't. I feel like a fraud. Like I feel like one day somebody's just gonna walk up to me and be like, "You're not supposed to be doing this." I'm like, "You're right."
Rip off the proverbial trench coat and like, 2 kids.
Gosh.
On stilts.
I'm just like, who allowed me to be a parent? Like, me in charge of somebody else's life? Like,
you'll be alright.
Forever?
You'll be alright.
This kid is gonna come to me expecting me to make their doctor's appointments. Like,
luckily we can do that online now.
You right. Like when you was talking about finding a new dentist, I wanted to be like, all right, make me an appointment when you make yours.
Hilarious.
But like, I gotta make the appointments.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to make the appointments, but I'll be mostly making the appointments.
If I could make them online, that's fine. I ain't calling nobody.
Oh, God.
I don't like talking to people.
That's another thing, like finding a pediatrician, like setting up one of these days maybe. If we find a pediatrician, we'll set up like a walkthrough, see what they offer, see what they do type thing. But I don't know.
It'll be alright. Don't seem real, but it is.
It doesn't. Like, it really doesn't. And I think that's honestly... So, I've been procrastinating on packing our hospital bag. And I feel like that's why I've been procrastinating on it. Because it's like... I feel like that is what's like... if I make the bag, I really got to go through with this. Like... I mean, granted, I can't be like, well, I changed my mind. But
at this point,
it's also just like, I gotta be prepared. And then I'm just like, what if we fix the hospital bag and like forget something? Like that's the thing. I already made a whole ass list. I talked to my sister about the list. She was like, it's a great list. I was like, all right, cool. I literally just have to put the stuff in the bag. But like the physical act of putting the stuff in the bag is like...
I'll be alright. You'll get it done.
Yeah. I want to get it done, before my water spontaneously breaks.
In the next 5 weeks?
At any point. Within the next 5 weeks. Because, like, she may decide to come early.
Yeah.
She may decide to wait.
I'm like, I really planned for this baby to stay in there for 40 weeks, huh?
Like...
How often does that happen?
Gosh. So, yeah. So, on to some things. Some internet things.
Oh, interweb things.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I saw on Facebook this week, I saw a post, and it was like, this lady essentially bought pajamas for all of her grandkids except for the grandkid that didn't belong to her son. So, like, her son got married, and his wife had a kid before.
Sorry. I was partially reading a text message when you started. Let's start over.
Okay.
Interweb things.
Yes. So, I saw something on Facebook. And essentially this lady bought pajamas for her grandkids, her biological grandkids, and not pajamas for the child that didn't belong to her son.
Hilarious. I think I heard this before.
And it was just like, essentially the son got married, but his wife, but his wife had a kid before. And I'm just like, it thoroughly pissed me off. And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I know you gonna play devil's advocate about it.
Okay. Since you know me. Personally, for real, absolutely fucked up.
Absolutely.
My mother's a stepmother to Jamal. Fucked up.
She wouldn't go get you never. And Galen brand new anything.
And there's just so many mothers in my life, like, that take care of me, although I'm not entirely fucked up. But if I was the worst version of myself, it depends on how much time I spend with the kid. Like, if y'all are freshly married and I never spent time with this kid, and then you have grandbabies, and I'm with the grandbabies, or you bring the like, it depends on the relationship I had with the mother and the family. Like, if you introduce me to your wife, but the wife doesn't feel comfortable with her kid spending some time with his step grandmother-in-law or whatever, then you might slip my mind.
Okay. But if you went out of your way to buy brand new Christmas pajamas,
she might have been in the heat of the moment. It probably wasn't a plan. She was like, "Oh, these are cute for my grandbabies. Let me grab a couple of these up and get them for my grandbabies."
How often does that really happen?
You tell me. You went to Target and was like, "Oh, I found some clothes that I wasn't planning on buying, so let me get these real quick."
Not the clothes aspect. The aspect of, I don't really spend that much time with that kid, so I'm not going to do anything for them. Like what is, like, but my thing is, okay, all right. I don't see that. I'm not going to lie. I don't see it at all. Like, if there's any kid, because my thing is,
I have no examples. I'm playing devil's advocate.
But my thing is, why make that kid feel excluded? Like now this kid is gonna walk around with all of their brothers and sisters, because they are their brothers and sisters, in brand new pajamas, just for their grandmother not to be like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, and
it's messed up. Absolutely, it would never happen. Like, even my brother has twins, and my parents have definitely spent more time with Jamal and Dee, more than they've spent with twins, or they've spent more time with Navia. But yeah,
they wouldn't go get kids
exactly. They would still
the
get
upper
the
3 and not for the lower 2. Like,
exactly. So I can't picture it happening, but it's weird. Some people's minds are just wired that way. They just, all right, my grandbabies, I'm thinking about my grandbabies. Like, that's the thing. You've married into a family. This isn't, I have no connection.
That's your grandkid, though.
But I have no connection to this baby.
Once your son decided to take on that responsibility, by relation, that became your responsibility.
I don't know. Especially with grandparents. I didn't marry this chick. It's not my responsibility. Especially like I'm saying, especially if I've never spent time, if the wife never felt okay with me spending alone time with the child, like your grandbaby in name only.
Yeah, but no shorty is gonna be like in most stressed mother-in-law, daughter-in-law situations, it's because it's 95% because of the mother. Because the mother said something, because the mother did something, like because the mother decided, like, and that's why I was like, it's I reshared it and I was like, it's giving emotional incest and bitter bitch energy, like the idea that nobody is going to be as good for my son,
has terms
like but just the idea that like nobody is good enough for my son, yada yada yada, and now you beefing with shorty because you don't think she's good enough for your son, or honestly, you probably mad that your son decided to be with somebody who had a kid previously.
Were they black?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I gotta give grandma kudos. Black people don't got the balls to just disrespect family like that. Usually you get that from a fair-skinned family.
Bullshit.
Like they was side eyes.
I can count on 3 fingers how many people got strained relationships with somebody mama because somebody
I'm not talking about strained relationship. Straight up not buying gifts for the baby.
That's a problem.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Usually in the black community, you don't get somebody bold enough to just, I ain't buying shit for this baby. Like at Christmas, while the family's gathered around, he was like, "Oh, let me buy some little gray Old Navy clothes for this baby. He's here." But just, I ain't buying him shit. Listen, I gotta give grandma ballsy move, grandma. I gotta respect that. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll send my baby over a little bit more so y'all can bond.
Fuck that. Absolutely not. Because if you did it once, you're going to do it no matter what.
But I'm saying, it
even
might
as
be
a parent,
because there's no connection. You might have married into it, spent time with the wife because you got to get to know the wife and who she's marrying. The wife might have never brought the baby over. The wife might, all right, go stay with your dad while I make my life work with this man real quick. And then after we married, I'll bring you back in. But
the kid was there for Christmas?
They married now. There ain't no getting away from it now. While you dating and you trying to impress the family, man, all right, go over there. I got to be on my P's and Q's. I don't know.
P's and Q's include this K. Like, it's you're not going to be like, all right, cool, we're going to date for 6 months, a year, you're going to propose, and then out of nowhere, I got a kid. Like, no.
No.
The kid has been around.
But all right, put yourself in her shoes. You have this kid,
right?
You're how old's the kid? Like 5 or something?
Nah, 6? That kid was like 10.
10?
It was the oldest.
Grandma definitely ain't got no connection with this baby to be buying him clothes. Look, put yourself in her shoes. Then you had this 10-year-old, conscious enough to kind of know what's going on with you and old boy. You're trying to really make it work with him. You feeling him more. Now you got to go and meet the parents. Mm-hmm. Are you bringing the kid on your first time meeting the parents?
Not on the first, but they had other kids. Listen, their other kids, like the oldest.
Did they come
one was
after
10.
the marriage or before the marriage?
I'm assuming after the marriage. So the oldest kid was like, looked to me around 10, but all the other kids was like like between 10 and 5. So it's been a good little minute. Okay. And you still decide to get all the other kids gifts and not the oldest just because?
If you have 2 kids around the same age, then somebody cheated. And that baby would have been a baby if y'all reconcile and trying to meet the family.
Or even if it wasn't cheating, even if like...
No, I'm saying around that time, if they're the same age, then the baby could be going with you to meet the family.
Right.
So that's
what I'm saying. If you got a 1-year-old and started dating somebody. I thought this
was more recent. Like,
no.
They started dating when he was probably like 8 and a half.
No, they was grown-ass kids.
That's different. If they grew up together and they're family like that, that's fucked up. There ain't no excuse for that. There ain't no excuse. I thought it was just, we just...
So you thought it was like a 10-year-old and like a 3 and a 4-year-old.
Hey, I just brought this 10-year-old with me. That's what I mean by there was no connection. This thing was already here. Solid, like middle school.
They was all like close
Okay,
age.
and they
and it was
close
like
in age,
6
and
kids
they
all
grew
together.
up together. They spent that's messed up. I mean, this happened multiple Christmas. That's shady,
like,
grandma.
That's shady as shit.
What she do to you?
That was my thing. I was like, what did this child do to you? Like, you being
you spit out your
unnecessary.
macaroni and cheese.
like,
I'm sorry, grandma. I'm vegan.
like, you was unnecessarily mean.
Take this child. Vegan.
Like, and that's why I said it's giving bitter bitch energy, because it's like, this kid has obviously been around. Like, if this kid got siblings that are similar in age, like, even if they was all 2 years apart.
That's funny. That is funny.
They was all together and you was still like, no, like, you just mad because your son decided to take on another man's responsibility. Like, like I said, it's giving.
It's not that. It's she brought a kid. She already had it. She's not.
She's quote unquote damaged goods.
Yes,
like, that's what it is.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Especially if it's an old school black grandma.
But you gonna take it out on the fucking kid?
Hey man, they usually people
Like,
like that ain't
so
brave enough to
rude.
take it out on the adult.
But that's another thing. You got the balls to take it out on the kid and be shicey and not get the kid a fucking Christmas gift like everybody else.
She the one that had to put her casserole on the back. The last thing to serve.
But you ain't got the balls to come up to moms like that.
That's funny.
And then, like, as a parent, I'd be like, take that shit off. Like, I'm not gonna let you sit here and be different from your siblings. I'm sorry. Like,
I don't know, man. It ain't the kid's fault.
it's not.
I'm not gonna be like, you can't
I'm
have this Christmas gift because your other sibling doesn't have this Christmas gift.
It's about the fact that you made the one kid feel other than.
I get
you
that.
made the one kid feel excluded.
I get that.
Like, you're encouraging her behavior. So now, because she did this, next Christmas she gonna do the same thing and the same thing and the same thing because you allowed it to happen, instead of putting your foot down.
I'm not saying don't put
kid
your foot down. I'm not
differently.
I'm not saying take away the gifts from the kid.
Yeah,
like, take it out with the grandma. Like, when the kids are asleep, they'll be asleep, getting some hot cocoa. They run around, they'll be fine. While they out, talk to the grandmother. Like, yeah, it's gonna be. When they see the gifts for that moment, they'll feel excluded. But I'm pretty sure the kid also has other gifts to open from the parents. Like, they're not gonna feel that exclusion for too much longer. After that, like, if they come up to you and like talk to you about why didn't grandma get me something, you break it down to the kid as much as possible. You talk to them then.
Your grandmother a bitch.
We could say that in a nicer way, but yes.
She's rude.
But the solution is going to come between you and the grandparent. It has nothing to do with the kid. Like, that's what I feel like all children should keep their innocence for as long as possible. Like, if their feelings are hurt, let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. But just to be like, oh no, give that back. Like, for what? They don't know what they do. Especially the two kids who are getting the gift and don't feel excluded. I don't know. That's a sensitive topic. It's not a sensitive topic. It's how you deal with it when it comes to the kids. With the grandma, cut her off. Burn her by the stake. I don't care.
I just feel like
because as you know, kids pick up a lot.
Kids pick up a lot. So that kid is going to pick up on the fact that grandma got beef with me for it. And I didn't do anything to her.
And that's the thing. If the kid feels it and talks to you about it, then you tell the kid it's not about the child. It's between me and the grandparent. I'm going to talk to her so she doesn't take it out or treat you any different type of way. But other than that, you can't really do anything about it. Like, either we just not seeing grandma again and you talk to grandma and the husband about how she's treating your kid, you just keep letting it happen. But for me, unless the kid actively comes to me there, because for me, I'm planning to keep open communication. Talk to me
Right.
about anything, all that good jazz. So if Harley brings some stuff like that to me, it's like, all right, I'll be honest with you. Here's why it's happening. It's not about you. They're being petty. This is how they react. But just how they pick up on how grandma made them feel, they're going to pick up on how you respond to grandma. And at the end of the day,
At the end of the day.
you're not going to like me saying this.
At the end of the day.
But
that child's not grandma's responsibility.
it's not. But it's also honor. It's on you to honor your father, your mother, however that looks. Like whether it's respect, whether it's just not back talking, or just. But I wouldn't, regardless of how a grandparent treated Harley, I wouldn't want her going out of her way taking that anger out on them too. It's like we're better than that.
You're right. I'm in the situation, and you don't have access to my child anymore.
And that's our decision.
Like,
Yes.
You don't have access
But
to my
between
child.
Harley and them, like, look, that's how they feel. You can't do nothing about it. You just move on. Like, there ain't no point of being mad at them or upset. Like, how they feel is how they feel. It's how we respond. And if they see you, if they see you and if you pop off at the mouth in front of them, then they're going to feel like they can talk that way to any adult. And it's just like, you're a child. You're going to get kicked in the throat by somebody. Lead with your best.
And this is why I'm like, somebody is allowing me to have a child, because I'm very quick to pop off. Very quick.
So I don't know, man. That's tasty.
Like tasty. it's just so unnecessary to me. Like that child didn't do any. Like, and
I didn't do anything.
Honestly, I was like, I felt a little triggered.
I can
admit that. Because I was just like, bro, like, I ain't do anything to you. Like, why am I the odd man out? But, alas. I'm going to stop it there because I'm starting to get a little emotional. So, we are, I just want to talk about it because, like I said, I know you was going to be devil's advocate.
Look, man, it's not even devil's. I'm logical. It's like, what is it gonna serve me respond? Because she's doing it for a response. Like at the end of the day,
and I'm gonna give you a fucking response. I'm gonna give you a response. I'm gonna give you a response.
I'm not giving you what you want. I'm just not, bro.
I'll give you a response.
I'm not playing. I'm too old to play this game. Like, you're older than me, but I'm too old to play these games.
But it's just like,
I'm cutting you off after that. It was like, Grandma gonna be there. I'm gonna have to miss this one. We'll do something together by ourselves, but I'm gonna have to miss this one.
And then it's also like, what example are you setting for the other kids? Like if there's anything that fucking pisses me off, it's when people be like, oh, that's not your real brother or sister. Like, yes, the fuck it is. We came from the same nutsack. We shared the same womb. We may not have both of the same parents, but like...
I was a very conscious teenager when I found out Jamal is my stepbrother. Like, my entire life, I wasn't thinking nothing about that. I didn't think, like, why does he call my mom auntie? I wasn't thinking, this is my brother. Like, end all be all.
But no, parents put shit like that in kids' heads. Grandparents put shit like that in kids' heads. Because their own personal feelings and their own personal vendettas.
That's where the problem lies with them. I'm like, you want to have a problem? It's your problem. It's not my problem.
Like, so yeah. That pissed me off. And I was eager to talk about it.
Well, that's our topic for the day.
So our topic for the day is just going over some of our New Year's resolutions, things we hope to accomplish in 2022. And this is a very... Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was gross. Sorry, y'all. This kid be kicking my stomach. I just get all types of everything. But yeah, and I want to preface this by saying this is a very loose list. I am not holding myself to any of these resolutions. It's stuff that I hope to accomplish. However, I feel like if the past 2-3 years have taught us anything, it's that a lot of shit is out of our control.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm gonna go first just because I don't know if y'all know, and some people might think this is bad. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not a big planner. I'm not a real goal setter type of person. I just want to live my life and be happy. Like, I have no higher echelon to reach. It's like happiness is my goal. Being happy, being content, being relaxed, like stress free. That's my goal.
Right.
Always. So if I had a resolution, is I want to keep my baby alive for a year. I want to make it to that year. Like, I did it at least for this year. After this, you're pretty much self-sufficient. Probably teach you how to walk a little more stabler. Probably teach you how to not piss yourself. But at this point, you can go forage for food. You'll be all right.
Oh my gosh. At this point, you don't have a visible self-destruct button.
You can splash around the bathtub by yourself.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Yeah, that's about it, man. I have a decent job. I'm making decent money. Would I want to make more money? Yeah, I'll get my training up and I'll make more money. I'll move to another job. The work I'm in is you job hop if you want more money. You can probably raise in the ranks where you are, but that requires more responsibility. And honestly, I don't want to be a team lead. I don't want to lead nobody. I don't want to be in meetings all day. It's not my thing. I know where I work. I know where I shine. I'm going to stick to that. So yeah, man. Just want to keep my baby alive for a year. Okay. Top of the year. That's when you were supposed to be here, kid.
Gosh. For me, I hope to just like a couple of things. Like I said earlier, I want to start posting more and being more social in regards to Sky Enterprises and start getting more of that out there. And I'm trying to like remind myself that doesn't necessarily look like, I mean, all of it's content, but it doesn't necessarily look like, make this motivational video and then post this vlog and then post this and post that. Like, I could literally just be like, here's a picture of my kid. We still alive. Like,
doing it. Matching outfits. I'm not tired.
Or no bullshit. I am tired. I'm fucking exhausted. Like, but stuff like that. And just welcoming more of like and like I feel like when I started Sky Enterprises, I wanted it to be like strictly business shit, no personal shit. But now
personality is business though.
Right. And that's what I'm starting to understand more. It's just weird. Like, I feel like I'm in a transitional phase in my life where it's like I know myself, but also at the same time I don't know myself, because it's like I'm adding more things to who I am. Like, yes, I'm a mom, but I'm not just a mom. Like, a mom is just one of the things that I am, you know? So yeah, just to like start to put out more social things. And just like, I kind of talked about it in therapy a little bit, but I stay off of the internet and I don't voice too many of my opinions on the internet because I previously put a lot of stock in determining if I'm right based on other people's reactions. But I want to become more comfortable, and this is another goal for the new year, but just becoming more comfortable in my choices and my opinions, simply because they're my choices and my opinions. Like, an opinion is like a butthole. Everybody got one. Like, so who cares? There will be some people that agree. There will be some people that disagree.
At the end of the day, it'll end up sparking a conversation.
Like, But nobody wants to be the trending topic on Twitter. Like, nobody wants to be the one that's getting dragged through the mud for their opinion. But it's also just like, right, I gotta stop being afraid of.
I'm about to say, you know me, I could care less. Like, I see so many times, like, especially in, like, TV shows nowadays where so they do something on Twitter or they get dragged on Twitter and they having this whole breakdown reaction. I'm like,
yeah,
it's a tweet, bro.
Like,
I mean, yeah, everybody's seeing it, but also, like, Insecure, for example.
oh gosh,
When Crenshaw
yeah,
posted his ish about Issa on Twitter,
and everybody was like,
and
what?
everybody's
Issa
reacting,
fuck,
this,
yada,
that, and
yada,
yeah, Issa, and Issa's freaking out, like, oh, what am I gonna do? This, that, and the other. But you still making contracts, you still got venues open, you just got this big deal from whatever company she's been working with.
the water company.
I'm like,
and then at the
it
end
ain't
of the
matter.
day, yeah,
And now Crenshaw coming back, begging on his knee, Issa, more please. Can I have some more?
Yeah. Like, nah, we could do great work together. It's like, where was that great work when you was dragging me on the internet? Like, yeah.
So none of that shit matter, dude?
Yeah.
I'm about to act like that ain't just happened? That's what I'm like, internet, I don't put too much stock in it, y'all. Like,
So, yeah.
even this, we just shooting the shit.
I was gonna say, it don't matter. I'm sure there's some shit that I've said that people don't agree with.
Absolutely.
Once we get more followers and shit, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say shit that
It'll
people don't
balance
agree
out.
with.
It'll balance
It
out.
is what it is.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
just want to fight past that. That's and it's more so like from a growth aspect. I just want to fight past the fear of like, I'm afraid of the negative outcomes without thinking of like the positive, or like you said, just not putting that much stock in the first place. Just saying, here's my thoughts. I'm getting it out.
I got something
That's
to say about it? No? All right. Cool.
So,
yeah, I mean, the only people I care that think that what the only people I care about that's still not what I want to say. The only people whose thoughts I care about are you and at this point Harley.
yeah.
Like, other than that, I'm like, the sky is red today. You don't agree with me? Talk to my mother. It's not my problem.
I'm trying to get there. I'd be like,
You're getting there. You've changed a lot.
I'd be like, the sky is red, and then somebody like, no, it's not, it's green. You dumb, and I'd be like, you right, it's green.
My bad. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Like, dang, am I wrong for thinking? Like, I see red, but like,
Nigga, you live on the other side of the world. Of course it's red over there.
hilarious.
Well, yeah, man. It's just, you'll make it. You'll get there.
Yeah, and I feel like I gotta like toughen up that skin. I guess, like, yeah. So that's one. Also, another resolution, like I said, is definitely just keeping this child alive. Like, I agree wholeheartedly. I feel like that is a huge, major accomplishment for the first year when, like, they are solely dependent on parents.
So
like,
dependent on you.
Like,
Once they get into the rhythm of things and start holding their own head up and crawling, it's like, okay, whew, I think I'm almost there. Once year 2 hit, it's like, okay, I can semi put you on autopilot.
Like,
I know how you sound when you hungry. You know what time lunch is, so you'll come crawling over for your bottle or whatever little hard food we got for you. Yeah.
it's just like
I've always, my mother's in early childhood development.
right.
I've seen kids almost at every age. Like,
Yeah.
kids ain't hard. And I say that, and Harley's going to give me a very difficult time.
Don't say that.
But kids ain't hard. Like, it's just the staying up, the crying, the non-proper communication that's
Yes.
difficult. But once they can talk, ugh, it's all uphill from there.
I was gonna say, and even then, I feel like it'll just be like different, where it's like, okay, I don't need to like focus so much on like sustenance and keeping you alive, but more so Making sure you don't turn into a sociopath.
Like you can't say that in public. Those are at-home words.
Like, so yeah. But I feel like for me, I feel like that's the easier part. Just like
teaching them how to be a decent person.
Right. Because it's just like
just don't be an asshole.
Just don't be an asshole.
What does that mean? Damn.
Don't be unnecessarily mean to people. Don't lead with anger.
Yeah, this kid journey is gonna be fun.
Yeah, and like, yeah. Everybody keep asking me, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "No, nigga. Like, the fuck? Who is ever ready to be a parent? You just kind of be like, well, I got this responsibility now because I decided to have sex." Like,
it's like flying a plane. You can take all the classes, you can have all the simulation flights, but until you get behind the actual plane,
you actually up in the air,
you don't know what the fuck you doing for real. And still, once you up in the plane, that engine can randomly blow, and then what? Now you got a $2,000 doctor bill you don't know what to do with.
Just gotta figure that shit out.
What happens when that happens, man?
Right. So yeah, loose goals for the next year, just to become more confident in myself and my thoughts and my opinions.
The house.
Yes.
That is a solid goal.
Solid.
Like in the sense that I want it to happen. Yeah. I mean, credit score is where we wanted. Had a few charges that got to pay off credit cards and all of that again. But we did it once before. We can do it again.
Right. I feel like it's so weird because it's like we are literally growing out of our apartment. Like, we just simply do not have as much. Like, when we first moved in here and it was just us, we was like, oh, this is great. This will be perfectly fine. We have been here for 3 years. Like,
I don't think I can rearrange it again and open up space.
No, there's no more space to be open. Like,
I think I got it. It's like I can't move this or shift this over here or put that there and open up more space. Like, everything. There's things under things that.
Man, look, like I said, when we go to move out, we gonna be packing shit up and then open up a cabinet and be like, why is all this shit right here? Like, just find shit behind shit. Like, you're
gonna think you packed up all the heavy boxes and pick up the bed. Oh yeah, comics.
Like,
forgot about those.
Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's gonna happen. I'm speaking it into existence.
It's gonna happen.
So yeah, and that's like I said, the biggest thing is just me on this journey in parenthood, on this journey in self-discovery, self-actualization, whatever. And then, like, honestly, part of me, again, one of the reasons why I'd be like, damn, somebody allowed me to have a kid. It's just like, I don't have myself figured out, and I gotta figure out how to support a whole nother person while they figuring themselves out.
As long as you breathe, you're gonna change. There ain't no consistently, I got it. I know exactly how things. You're gonna get older, new shit's gonna happen. You're gonna hit menopause, then you're gonna have to figure that out. You're gonna hit retirement, you're gonna have to figure that out. Like, things are always changing. Yeah. Are we gonna have a 13-year-old who's gonna want to have a 13th birthday party? Gonna have to figure that shit out.
Ain't nothing wrong with a 13th birthday party.
No, the teenage years. That's my issue. I know how I was when I was a teenager.
I know
you know how you was when you were a teenager.
God.
There's always gonna be something. You're never really gonna figure shit out. You're gonna figure out what you got for the moment, and then the moment's gonna pass. Yeah. But I like that about life. It's an adventure. It's a book. Anything else to add?
Although we will probably, very highly likely, either be taking a break or severely cutting back on the length of our podcast, one of my hard set goals is to make sure that we stay consistent with posting and not take another 3-month break because I'm breaking down inside.
Nah, it's gonna be probably a 15-minute video saying,
Right.
"Here's Harley, she's alive, we're alive. Send donations."
I'm tired. This week of parenthood has been a lot of shitty diapers.
Thorn for the week. She shot up her back, and yeah. Only thing I got is a second rose. I'm in a place where I can help my mother do what she want, and I never thought I'd get there. I guess so soon, or never realized I was already in a place to do that. Mm-hmm. But thinking about it, it makes me feel great. Like, she was like, you don't have to do it if you don't have it. I'm like, I have it, and you're giving it back. So, what's the problem?
I was gonna say that part is like, we have it, like,
and it's not gonna hurt us. Like, that's the thing. I got 2 credit cards, and we got money in both of them.
Like,
and we'll be fine.
We have it, and we can continue living our lifestyle.
It'll be great.
So to close things out, you asked me earlier if I feel like an adult. Do you feel like an adult?
Oh, absolutely not. I feel like a 16-year-old with a lot of responsibilities. Like, I think when I really realized, I wouldn't even say 16, maybe 18, 19, around there. When I really realized what my life would probably look like, I think I'm starting to see that come to fruition. Like, it was never a goal-setting thing. It was always scenarios playing in my head. And I think this is a pretty decent scenario I'm going through. It's not that I don't. It's just like time is bullshit.
Time is very much bullshit.
Time is bullshit. It's like, I feel like I was just in Penn State.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I might not look like it. No, I definitely feel like I was just there. So do I feel like an adult? No, but I don't feel like I've ever been ready for anything. It's just, it happens and I get ready. Or it happens and just like with my mother, it happens and I realize I have it.
Yeah.
So, life is weird like that. You never know what you're ready for until it happens. And I think I've always lived my life just going with the flow.
Yeah.
It's like, not in the sense that I just go with whatever happens. It's more so whatever the outcome may be, I'm fine with it. I'll make it work. So we're having a baby. That outcome is parenthood. I'll make it work. Like, I don't feel like we ever grow up. I feel like we are all proverbial kids with just more responsibilities. Just more experience. But that core person who you figured out when you came to fruition, like, oh, I exist. You're always going to be that person. You just got life happening around you.
I was going to say, but I don't know. It's like, I understand where you're coming from, because like a lot of times I'll be like, dang, I'm almost 30. Like, is that a real thing? Like,
I saw that dumbass poser. She was 93. I'm turning 35. I'm like,
what kind of math is this?
Nigga, where?
But like,
don't age me up. Start acting like my dad. I'm 21.
Hilarious. But like part of me is just like, I'm almost 30. But then part of me is also just like you said, time is made up. Like, who says that you have to have your life a certain way by a certain age? Like, we're all literally just...
Life will happen around you.
Figuring it out.
You gotta keep up.
Like,
just do what you gotta do at whatever point in time. Like, and life at whatever age look different for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like,
that's why I don't feel like I'm 30. Like, I have, like, I'm learning more about myself and like fine tuning that. Mm-hmm. Like, figuring out what works for me, what doesn't. And just letting those things go. Like, it's not necessarily I I need to have this figured out by 30 type thing. It's more so like, this pattern of thinking doesn't serve me, so let's change it. Work on something else.
Yeah, your mind and how you think and how you view things just change.
Yeah.
I think your eyes just open a little bit more. That's about it.
Definitely.
So, stay young forever. You're only as old as you make yourself feel. I'm not even going to say how you feel because people at like 20 got bad knees. So
Hilarious. Yes.
that's what people don't tell you about sports. You ain't going to have the longevity of your elasticity and your bendiness all the way into your good 40 years.
I was saying, people always tell you, work out, you'll feel better and live longer.
Like, I feel bad for
Bullshit.
LeBron whenever LeBron actually stops playing basketball and working out. All that shit's going to hit you. All at once, bro.
Gosh. Well, before we go to another tangent, this has been another episode of Shootin with the Scotts. We have been the Scotts, and we will see you next Monday.
It's been real, guys.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Co-host Peter stopping by to say thanks for watching and to let you know if you like this video, check out last week's video and the playlist with all of our episodes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when our vlogs, podcasts, and gameplays drop. It's been real, y'all.